The war crimes for which Nazi Germany was responsible are widely considered some of the most abhorrent of all time, and are often seen as the greatest evil of World War II. But in truth, similar horrors, and in some cases even worse crimes, were carried out by units in other World War II era powers. Imperial Japan's Unit 731 contained perhaps the worst of these war criminals, and committed some of the greatest crimes against humanity in the history of the world. Unit 731, officially termed the Epidemic Prevention and Water Purification Department of the Kwantung Army, was created in 1935 and operated out of a facility in Manchuria. The unit was originally run by Japanese military police, but was taken over by General Shiro Ishii in fairly short order. The unit ran under the cover of being an epidemic prevention department, but it was in fact the opposite. General Ishii had been tasked with developing chemical weapons, and had been given permission to use human experimentation. Unit 731 operated in a number of facilities in Manchuria, and at its height in 1939, contained 10,000 personnel. Their primary facility operated under the cover of being a logging facility, which led to the unit's personnel referring to the people sent to the site for experimentation as logs. These human guinea pigs were mostly Chinese, though Allied prisoners of war were experimented on by the unit as well. The unit had a long list of crimes to its name, including dissection of human subjects while they were still alive, injection of prisoners with deadly diseases, forced transmission of syphilis, rape, chemical attacks on nearby civilian targets, and testing weapons on live, unarmed targets. Unit 731 had 8 divisions, which focused on weaponizing disease, researching biological weapons, developing artillery shells containing biological agents, producing and storing bacteria, training personnel, maintaining equipment, medical duties, and administration respectively. Several so-called breakthroughs achieved by Unit 731 led to the development of weapons that saw varying degrees of use in the Pacific Theater. Bombs designed to spread disease or deforest land were the most common of these weapons, while among the more sinister were food stores tainted with pathogens that were dropped in areas of China that continued to resist Japan, or were given to unsuspecting civilians in Japanese-controlled parts of China. Hundreds of thousands of people died as a result of these attacks, and near the end of the war, the unit was even preparing biological agents for an attack on San Diego, California, though the war ended before this could be executed. After the war, the remaining personnel of Unit 731 fled Soviet wrath to Japan, and attempted to destroy the evidence of their work with limited success. Unfortunately, not all the members of the unit were brought to justice. The United States secretly offered many who worked with the unit immunity, provided that they shared their findings with the United States government and them alone. Those that were captured by the USSR didn't fare much worse, as despite the conviction of several unit members during the Khabarovsk trials, none received a sentence worse than 25 years in a Siberian gulag. To this day, not all the details about Unit 731's activities are public knowledge, but regardless of the full extent of their activities, what we do know about them is enough to paint a full picture of the atrocities that the unit carried out, which were on the same level, if not worse, as the experiments of Josef Mengele in Nazi Germany. Also guys, please do consider donating to our Patreon if you love the type of content we make. As you know, we do niche World War I, World War II, and Vietnam War topics, and although you guys like it, YouTube doesn't necessarily like it, and they like to demonetize every single video we put out. So with that said guys, every dollar counts to help make this channel more independent and improve the quality on all videos, which is essentially what we aim to do. Anyways, as always, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.